I ruined noisy moviegoers' experience by spoiling every single scene. So I used to work as a projectionist at this big movie theater. Basically, I would run all the films, fix them when they broke, and watch the same movies like 50 times because that was part of the job. My friends loved having a buddy who worked at the theater because I could get them in for free. Honestly, I did not mind hooking them up once in a while. One Friday night, we were planning our usual routine, hit a movie, then go bar hopping downtown. My friends were all voting on what to see and they picked this huge blockbuster that had been playing for literally 4 months. I asked them to pick something else since I had seen it so many times I could recite it backwards, but they were all excited, so I gave in because I was not going to be that guy who ruins everyone's night. We got our seats right in the middle section. I thought maybe I could just zone out. Then these 4 women sat down 2 rows in front of us. They had their purses spread everywhere, phones out, talking at full volume. The previews started and they were still going. One was FaceTiming someone, and another was explaining the plot of a television show. People around us started doing that annoyed throat-clearing thing. The movie finally started and these women just kept going. They were commenting on everything. Someone behind us asked them to keep it down, and they just laughed. The loudest one said they were just having fun. Then they got even worse, taking selfies with the flash on and answering a phone to discuss weekend plans. My buddy Jake asked if I could do something since I worked there, but I was off duty and not in uniform. That is when I got this evil idea. I had watched this movie probably 30 times. I knew every single line and every plot twist. I got up, walked down 2 rows, and sat right behind the loudest woman. The movie was at a part where the main character was about to meet the villain. Right before the actor spoke, I leaned forward and whispered exactly what he was about to say. The woman turned around and looked at me like I was psychic. Then the next scene started. It was a dramatic moment where the hero's girlfriend reveals a secret. I whispered the line 2 seconds before she said it. Now all 4 women were staring at me. For the next 20 minutes, I was like a human subtitle machine. At first, they thought it was a magic trick, but then I started telling them what was about to happen next. I told them a helicopter would crash, and a bad guy would shoot the wrong person. Every prediction came true. The women were getting seriously creeped out. The blonde asked if I wrote the movie. I leaned forward and told her that in 5 minutes, she would find out the real villain was actually her dad. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, it happened. My friends were dying laughing. The women were not having fun anymore. Every time they tried to get excited, I ruined it. Finally, the blonde asked me to stop. I told her I would make a deal. If they stopped being loud, I would stop spoiling the movie. She tried to claim they were not being that loud. I leaned back and told her that in the next scene, the building explodes and she saves everyone. The woman watched the screen for exactly 30 seconds, and then the building exploded. That is when they finally got the message. All 4 women grabbed their purses and moved to seats on the complete other side of the theater. They were dead silent for the rest of the movie. My friends spent the next hour buying me drinks and laughing about how I basically became a human spoiler machine.